are joining me from this morning. I am so super pumped this morning because I am on multiple platforms. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram. Welcome to all of my people, wherever you are joining me from this morning. I'm telling you, it is a great morning. Why? Because we are awake. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I'm an intuitive guide. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. Listen, this topic that I'll be speaking about this morning, I was so excited last night when the Spirit gave it to me. And there was one person on the live last night who wanted to talk about it. I said, no, it is not for tonight. It is for tomorrow morning. When the Spirit gives me these topics, I need to stay focused. I can't be anxious. I got to stay focused and I got to stay obedient because you know what? Every time the Spirit gives me a topic for a certain day, the person or people that needs to hear that always show up. Always shows up. So today we are talking about finding our greatest joy. Finding our greatest joy. And I have some notes this morning, bullet points. I'm going to do my best to stay on mark. However, when the Spirit shows up, I got to surrender to that and allow the Spirit to move and flow to suit the people that are here on these multiple platforms. So get your pens, get your papers so you can jot this down. Why? You'll be able to look into your own lives and see how you are finding joy, and you can compare it with my list. And you can send me a note and say, hey, these are ways that I'm finding joy. Would you love to add it to your list? All right? Now, we are living in a time when there's so much noise going on in. It doesn't matter what areas, there are a lot of noise going on. So much noise that there are times when we cannot think clearly for ourselves. We are bombarded and inundated with things that is really not adding any kind of value to our life. The jobs, the relationships, the neighbor, the politics, the religion, and all of the noise that is going on. Sometimes you feel like saying, oh, it's like all of the buzzing going on. And we say, I just can't take it. I just can't take it. Where am I going to run to? As one of my mentors and coaches said to me many years ago, Dr. Miles Monroe, he said, Daphne, you will never be able to run from yourself. because everywhere you run, you're going to come back and you're going to meet up with yourself. And now that statement still resonates with me. He said that to me during the time when I was running from my spiritual gifting. You all know I ran for 62 years from this part of me. And I'm blessed that the universe has given me, a second chance. Allow me just to moisten my vocal cords. Drink your water because it energized. I already did my water therapy this morning. All right? So, we got to learn how are we going to still all the noise. The only way to do that is to be experiencing complete inner joy. That is only something that we can do for ourselves. No one else can bring us joy. We got to cultivate and create our own inner joy. So ask yourself, how am I finding my greatest joy? Hello, Mr. Bates. Thank you so much for joining. Kindly share so we can get some more people here from Facebook. Thank you for being here, my brother. So, here is my list. And I have 6 points on my list that I'm sharing with you. And I hope that you will add yours, and that I hope that you will add yours in the comments for me. Send me a note so I can add your list to mine as well, because we are all in this together. Before I go on to my 6 things, I have 4 points I want to add before I go into my 6th list. Nothing, absolutely nothing, or no one should be given the privilege to steal our joy. No one, no situation should steal our joy. So remember that. If you find yourself in a position where your joy is being stolen from you, ask yourself, why did I allow a situation or a person to creep in and to steal my joy? I mentioned already about all the noise that's around us. The second thing, look on the situations that you find yourselves in. There are many of us who are caught up into situations that devours us before we snap off our fingers. We are so deeply devoured by these situations, and we asking ourselves, how did I get here? How did I get here? How did this happen to me? We are not able to find joy when we allow those things to happen. Last but not least, in my 4 steps that I had prior to going into my 6 steps that I'm going to give you, our joy is worth fighting for. Come hell or high waters, we got to fight for our joy. Do not allow anything to stop you from fighting with every fiber of your being. Fight for your joy. Every little ounce of energy you can muster, use that and fight for your joy. Don't allow any lack to prevent you from experiencing your joy. All of the challenges of life will rise up. The prices of things and everything, we don't have money to pay for what? Let us surrender those worries and understand everything we need we already have. It's energy. We just need to find our joy and work towards expressing that joy to attract whatever it is we are looking to manifest. Now, here's my list. Tap the screen, share the live, and let's bring some people here. I'm sure there are others out there who would need to hear this. So please, please grant your girl a favor and invite. Somebody, let me see. Somebody wrote a message here. I am from Periscope. Oh my gosh. Yes, how are you? I am from Periscope, and you used to ask me about my grandmother. And we spoke on the phone before about me helping you with your nonprofit. Yes, Mr. Bates, I remember you from California. How are you, my darling? I'm glad you found me here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You message me. Are you on TikTok? Oh my gosh, isn't this amazing? Somebody from my old platform, Periscope, has shown up here this morning. My Lord, listen, we'll talk about your grandmother. Let me get into the topic for this morning. Clarke-Hudson. For the first step for me, finding my joy is gratitude. Those of you who are on my Periscope, not Periscope, on my TikTok, you remember that I have 365 videos that I did on TikTok about gratitude. 365 videos. 365 videos. So gratitude brings me a great magnitude of joy. A great magnitude of joy. So that's the first thing on my list. Listen, you all don't judge my fingernails, okay? Gratitude. Where is gratitude on your list? Are you someone who always complains? Are you someone who you are only excited when you have big things happen? Or are you willing to be grateful for the little things as well? So gratitude is the first thing on my list of finding my greatest joy. The second thing on my list, I always diligently work towards having clarity on where I'm going. What am I doing? How is it impacting others? I have coaches, my personal coaches, in the past who have said to me, you got to realize that what you're doing is a business. You give away too much. It's a business. And I've said to them, I know it's a business. But the truth is, I can't stop myself from making a difference in people's lives. And as I sit here today speaking to you, I have a lot of money on the road that people took my service during their challenging times, use what I have given them to build themselves up and never return to pay. I still do not allow that to rob me of my joy. It's not that I do not want the energy of the money. I sure do, especially at this time where I'm at a new location, literally starting over from the ground up. Now I need it more than ever, but this morning I was able to journal and release that. I said I am no longer going to lose my joy over what is appearing to be lack, because what? Everything I need, I already have. Everything I need is energy. And the universe is always providing for me. God has my back. He has never, ever leave me lacking. Never, ever. Even when I am down to the wire, seconds, minutes, there's a ram in the bush. He always come true for me. Always. So be clear on where you are going and what you are about. Be clear. I know sometimes on these social media streets, people tend to get distracted because they want to be like everybody else. Don't do it. Stay focused. Know what you're about. Because when you try to be copies of other people, not only will it rob your self-esteem, it will rob you and strip you of your greatest joy. Number 3, do not be afraid to celebrate who you are, your authenticity, your uniqueness. Always show up being authentic and celebrate you. Every day when you wake up, it's a new day to celebrate. You don't have to be like anybody else. You don't got to sound like everybody else. Stop being a copy when you were created to be an original. The reason we buy original stuff is for that reason. It's not a copy. Many of you go out and strain to buy designer stuff because you want to separate yourselves from others. Know that you being authentic and unique, celebrate that about yourself. Celebrate that about yourselves. Mr. Bates, you still there, my love? I wish you could have typed all the things I'm saying, all of the ones I'm saying. Just list them there for me in the comments. I will go and summarize them again so you can list them. Thank you, my friend. Number 4. So the first thing was gratitude. Number 2 was be clear on where you are going. Number 3 is celebrate who you are. And number 4, ask yourselves the question, what can I do to make a difference in somebody else's life? How can I make a difference in somebody else's life? Listen, I'm going to be vulnerable to you all this morning because I'm on all these platforms. And without shame, there are times when I come to make a difference in all of the lives all over the world. And there are days when my gas tank is on empty. Because again, I told you guys, I'm in a new area. I'm starting over because I was sent on this new divine assignment. So there are days when there's no gas. I have the opportunity to go to the library and to use their production room to do my live broadcast. And it's a month now that I cannot go there because I do not have enough gas to drive there. Am I allowing that to steal my joy? No. I miss the ambience of being able to produce in that room, yes. But I still show up here in this couch. And I still do with the limited lighting. I still am making a difference in your lives. And that's what brings me joy. This is what brings me joy. And I know that this story will not repeat itself because what? I'm doing the things that bring me joy, and I'm doing what the Spirit wants me to do. And because of that reason, because over my 74 years of life, I have accumulated a billionaire status in the universal realm. I cannot go lacking. I cannot go lacking. So ask yourselves, what am I doing to make a difference in somebody's life? Number 5, What's meaningful to you? What's meaningful to you? Maybe that's a question you have never asked yourself. When I used to live in Connecticut, I never owned a television. It's been years ago that I owned a television because I, oh my heavens, so many years in the 90s, I decided I was not going to invest in a television because it was not bringing me joy. It was robbing me of my peace. And I'm thinking, why should I spend money on something that was going to deplete my joy and my peace? I remember at that time I was working at Danbury Children First in Connecticut. And I had a volunteer by the name of Lynn Howe. And Miss Lynn always cuts out the things that she think was going to add to my greater good and that was in the newspaper. And she would cut them out and she would paste them on a typing sheet of paper and she would place them on my desk with a note. So we got to guide our well-being, our mental health, our heart, our spirit, our souls. Oh, and I just heard the Spirit say, we got to expand out of the religious realm. We got to expand. Oh, we got to expand out of the religious realm because what? Oh my God. Many of the people that we want to help to create their own joy, they are not in the religious realm and we got to go meet them where they are. So my joy and your joy is also part of other people's joy that we are encountering every day. Eyes are watching us. People are looking at us. People are looking at us. People are watching us. We might be the only book that many people read. So you got to know that your joy is a big chapter that they are going to read. I'm not saying that we are perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm a work in progress every day. And that's why I keep investing in me. I read books. I invest in classes. I go on master classes. I spend the time, especially now that I'm in training with this new divine assignment. I got nothing but time. It's me and the universe every day. I'm directed to go watch this. I go watch it. Some months ago, the universe directed me to go learn Reiki. And you know what? The minute I said yes, it was the following day I met someone who was able to introduce me to her Reiki teacher. Now, I'm sitting here as a certified Reiki practitioner. What brings you joy? What is meaningful to you? What's meaningful to you? Everything besides the few pieces of clothes I'm wearing, everything I own has been in storage for so many months because I was sent on a new divine assignment out of Connecticut to Florida. A dear friend drove my Penske truck here. One lady who was my neighbor in Jamaica said to me, Miss Hudson, at your age, why you rooting up to go somewhere? And I said, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than me. And although I'm experiencing some tough times, what I am learning is so amazing. I could not have paid for this at any of the Ivy League colleges. I could not. I could not. So I'm sharing with you this morning. And I'm hoping that you will be able to harness all of the steps that will help you to experience and cultivate your greatest joy. Don't allow any severed relationship to rob your joy. Don't allow any job loss to steal your joy. Take your time to breathe and say, listen, I know humanly I was depending on the paycheck, but I know Father has something in store for me. Let us make a commitment today that we will not lose our joy. And before I go to number 6, these are my steps. And those of you on the different platforms, if you would be kind enough to write them in the comments for me, I will appreciate it. I am going to go through them slowly so that you can write them for me. Please grant me the favor. My first step towards creating my greatest joy is my gratitude list. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, please write it for me. Gratitude is the first thing on the list. Gratitude, I don't see anybody writing. Gratitude is number 1. Where are my moderators when I need them? The first thing is gratitude. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Number 2 is be clear on where you are going. Thank you so much. Be clear on where you are going is number 2. Be clear on where you are going, number 2. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, TikTok. Come on through LinkedIn, Linktree, and not Linktree, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Yes, thank you. Number 3, celebrate. Celebrate you. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate you. Celebrate you is number 3. Celebrate you is number 3. Celebrate you. Number 4, touch another life. It doesn't have to be anything big and grand. If it is even to make some chicken soup, many of us, we are planting garden. It's funny I say that because right on the windowsill, I have turmeric growing and ginger growing in a flower pot. And those of you who have gardens, touching a life might just to bring something you harvest from your garden for somebody. You might go to the dollar store, you see something that you think would touch somebody, you bring it. Touch another life. You find out what that means for you. Touch another life, making a difference. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. That's right. Number 5. What is meaningful for you? What is meaningful for you? Let us do what brings meaning for us. I made a commitment 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to get involved in anything that doesn't bring me joy. No, sir. I'm not doing it. If it's not going to bring me joy, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I find so much pleasure in using the word no. Do you guys know that no is a complete sentence? Not no, but. Not no because, just no. No with a smile. No. No, 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 no. And just move on. People are saying no and end up feeling guilty about it. Stop it. Stop it. No, no. Exactly. And guess what? When you say no, that just says, it's no right now. That doesn't mean you can't tell if the person can't ask you again. Because tomorrow or later on, the situation can change. But no, right now. There are people who are saying yes and overextending themselves, which ends up causing them harm. Use no. I told one of my clients once, I said, you need to write no and paste it all over your house and also on the dashboard in your car. Because you have so much issues with using the word no. And you know what? She did it. And she called, she said, I'm going to have to buy you lunch because I'm now able to say no. All right? And did I do number 5? Yes, I did number 5. Number 6 is a biggie. What are you laboring on? What is causing you labor? What you laboring on? Again, for some people it's your job. Are you going to your jobs with a pep in your step, with an excitement in your heart? You know I'm here for a purpose. Or are you just going to wait for the next paycheck? Let that sink in. Is your job enlightening, or is it indeed a labor? And for some people, people talk about a labor of love. I honestly don't think love needs to be a labor, because to me, labor is taxing. So that's really not a comfortable word for me. And that's just me. That's why I have it on my list. What's your labor? What's your labor? There are many words in the dictionaries. We can choose not to use them depending on how they impact our lives. Everything around you and I, everything around you and I is energy. It affects our vibration. The food we eat, the people we love, the people we talk with, the words we use affect our vibration. Watch this. What are we swallowing? Not only our food, but the words. Thank you for learning so much you can teach. Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you so very much, Jess. Thank you. Thank you. And the light that you see in me and the compliment you see in me, you're able to give that because you understand the true light in you, Jess. And each and every one of you on my platforms, when I show up here, the reason I show up here is to empower, to help people heal, and to walk people through the journey of their spirituality. For 62 years, I ran, and as Dr. Miles Monroe told me, Daphne, you can't run from yourself because you're going to come back. You are welcome, Jess. You don't know how it warmed my heart to see Mr. Bates shows up in my life this morning. This young man is a young man from California who was a part of my Periscope community. I forgot how long Periscope is no longer being. But somebody from my Periscope community is who said to me, Dr. Daphne, you need to be on TikTok. Because since I met you, her name is Ramona Parker. She said to me, Ever since you have been in my life, I met you on Periscope. You have made a difference in my life and the life of my entire family. The people on TikTok needs you. I said, Tik what? I didn't know about TikTok platform. I had no idea. And I said, what am I supposed to do? She said, get your phone and download the app. I said, okay, tell me what to do. She said, but Dr. Daphne, you can't be doing the long broadcasts like you do on Periscope. You got to do 60 seconds or 15 seconds. I said, just tell me what to do. In 2.5 days after she set up my account, and she said, do the mini ones. So I started doing the mini ones. She called me. She said, Dr. Daphne, did you check your TikTok account? I said, no. You told me to do the mini. I don't know how to check anything because she had told me I needed to have 1,000 people before I could go live on TikTok to do regular stuff. I'm waiting around. In 2.5 days, she called me, Dr. Daphne, did you check your TikTok? No, because you told me to do the mini ones. That's what I'm doing every day. She said, well, you can go live tomorrow. I said, Ramona, how am I going to go live tomorrow? You say I need 1,000 people. She said, well, you have more than the 1,000 people. In 2.5 days. Thank you, Jess. I said, okay. I said, what we need to do. There was another lady from Florida, and she was kind of helping me to understand the ropes. She said, okay, we need to do a PSA video that you are going live, which day you want to go live, and what time. I said, okay, we were speaking on a Wednesday. So I said, okay, tomorrow, Thursday, I can go live tomorrow. And the lady helped me to do the video. And she also did one inviting her people to come to watch me. So 8 o'clock on Thursday night, I went live in Connecticut. The purpose of vision is what I spoke about. I forgot how many people were there, but it was so much energy. And I said to the people, I will be back next Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I don't know what the topic is going to be, but it's going to be worth your time. So, yes, home of ESPN. That's right. I said, I don't know what the topic is going to be, but I know it's going to be good. So I see you all next Thursday. When I end the live, the Spirit said to me, you will not show up with any topic next week. You are going to show up. People are going to be interacting with you and asking you questions, and you are going to answer their questions. You guys know that next Thursday, when I was supposed to turn up, I had almost 10,000 people. And the rest is history, as I tell you guys. The rest is history. The 8th of November coming. The 8th of November coming will be 2 years I'm on TikTok. I've never made a dime on TikTok. I've been on here, and I know the people on TikTok send the gifts. But for the 2 years, I've not collected $100 from TikTok. Yet I show up. I have over 1,400 videos on TikTok. It brings me joy. It brings me joy. And I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say this now. I do hope that when I launch my online school in a few weeks, I hope you guys will see the value that I bring, and that you will register for the courses, and that you will share my information with others. Intention is everything, Jess. Thank you, my sister. And I tell you, I did not come on the live to talk about this morning. I came to talk about finding our greatest joy. But as I said in the beginning, wherever the Spirit leads, I need to be obedient. So the Spirit wanted me to share this part of it. It's not about me. I'm only a vessel that allows the universe to flow through me to make a difference in the lives of all the people that comes my way. Thank you for all of you who shows up every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My joy is tied into your joy. Your joy is tied into your neighbor's joy. And together, our joy is impacting a community, a world, a nation. Let us stay focused. Let us stay focused. Let us stay focused. For those of you who has shown me love, for those of you who have messaged me when you don't see me show up, 2 weeks ago I was suspended by TikTok and people send me messages. When my Toby died on April the 30th, many of you reached out to me when I was on my mental health time off. Thank you for the love. Thank you so, so very much for each and every person who stopped on any of the platform and leave a comment on any of my videos. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can never repay you for all of the love that you have shown to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And oh my heavens, my YouTube is 52 minutes long. So let me close over there so I can come over here and end. To all my people on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, I love you guys so, so very much. And guess what? I'm depending on each and every one of you to continue to show up for me. You heard me just mention I'm launching my online school because I want to be able to reach more people all over the globe, because I know I have a very important story and message for all of you. So kindly show up for your girl, show her some love, tell somebody about, hey, this Jamaican girl. Tell somebody about her so they can show up and enjoy some of the deliciousness of this girl. Love you, and I will see you guys right here on my next broadcast. Be well. Mr. Bates, message me, my love, so we can talk. Love you. Bye. Let me end over here, guys, and I'm coming over there to